Welcome to Tech Blueprint, a window that lets you know the latest technology news in the world. As we all know, since the strong rise of Huawei's Kirin chips, 5G technology and mobile phone business, the United States has used its technological hegemony to launch comprehensive sanctions against Huawei, causing Huawei to fall into a dilemma of no chips available for 3 years. However, the United States did not stop there. It not only reached a tripartite agreement with Japan and the Netherlands, but also included more than 1,000 Chinese technology companies in the entity list. The purpose of the United States is obvious, that is, to comprehensively restrict China's technological development. Although China has taken a series of countermeasures against U.S. companies since last year, such as restricting the export of photovoltaic silicon wafers, rare earth-related technologies, LiDAR systems and gallium-germanium metal elements, the United States has not compromised, but has joined the European Union to impose tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles. Not long ago, the United States also put 29 Chinese companies engaged in aluminum and agricultural products on the blacklist on the grounds of human rights issues, which is extremely arrogant. However, what the United States never expected was that as early as August 2024, China also adjusted an export policy. The Ministry of Commerce and the General Administration of Customs jointly issued an announcement to implement export controls on metal antimony and related items from September 15, 2024. You should know that metal antimony, like rare earths, is a very scarce resource, with global reserves of only about 2.2 million tons. Whether it is semiconductors, catalysts, weapons, ammunition, or engines, etc., antimony is needed, so it is very important. As the world's largest producer and exporter of metal antimony, China not only occupies about 29.5% of the world's antimony resources, but also occupies about 80% of the global market. It can be said that it can choke many countries, including the United States. As we all know, the United States has been fueling the conflict between Russia and Ukraine in recent years, while supporting Israel behind the scenes. It needs to manufacture a large number of weapons and equipment every year. Therefore, for the United States, the importance of metal antimony even exceeds that of rare earths. But unfortunately, the United States now has almost no antimony reserves. According to the U.S. Defense News, in recent years, the United States has mainly relied on imports from China, Bolivia, Russia and other countries, especially China. However, due to the frequent increase in sanctions against Chinese companies by the United States in recent years, coupled with the continuous war and tense international situation, China has gradually realized the importance of metal antimony and began to gradually tighten its mining and export. This direct export control on antimony metal can be said to have restricted the United States' ability to obtain this core raw material in all aspects. Although the United States can import from other countries, China's technology is the most advanced in the link of gold antimony smelting and separation technology. Therefore, even if the United States imports from other countries, it is difficult to effectively utilize and separate antimony resources. What makes Biden completely crazy is that China's export control on antimony metal has not caused a situation where it kills 1,000 enemies and loses 800 of its own, but instead increases the price of antimony. According to data, the current price of antimony metal has climbed to $30,000 per ton, which has doubled compared with 2022, setting a new historical record. In addition, according to data released by the Customs, the export volume of antimony-related products in October 2024 was 190 tons, a month-on-month decrease of 97%. It should be noted that the current strategic reserves of antimony resources in the United States can only be maintained until 2025, which means that China has directly and firmly handcuffed the United States, hence to provoke war. It is worth mentioning that the plunge in antimony exports not only means that China's strategic reserves will continue to rise, occupying a certain advantage in the tense international situation in the future, but also effectively curbing those who try to provoke wars on a global scale. In this regard, even many foreign media have said, "I didn't expect China to be so ruthless this time." As the saying goes, without scars, how can you be thick-skinned and thick-fleshed? Heroes have always been lonely. If the United States had not continued to increase sanctions, China would not have awakened so quickly and taken countermeasures. At the same time, I hope that the United States can learn from this and stop suppressing Chinese companies without reason. Otherwise, in the future, not only metal antimony, but also daily necessities, power batteries and drones may not be exported to Europe and the United States. In short, after Huawei was sanctioned by the United States, China retaliated by adjusting its metal antimony export policy, the global antimony price doubled, and the export volume plummeted, blocking the United States' ability to obtain core raw materials. Foreign media praised China for its ruthless actions and hoped that the United States would stop suppressing Chinese companies.